You should always be observing, learning, and also living. Hey guys, welcome back to 5nothing100nothing.com. I am Fugit. It stands for the fittest underdog guru using intelligent tactics. All right, guys, here's what I got today, okay? I believe that you should always be observing, learning, and living, okay? So when you're young, you're growing up, you're observing things, you're taking it in. You know, people say, be careful what you say around your kids because they're like little video cameras. They're recording things. You know, they're mimicking you. They're looking for a pattern, you know. You're the role model. And others as well. And their worldview and their life is being dictated, or not dictated, but it's being patterned in some way, shape, or form from actions, right? And whether it's culture, parents, teachers, what have you, okay? So that's how we learn. Now, that never changes, right? You can be influenced in positive and negative ways by what you see, the people you surround yourself with, and that's really what helps us to learn and shape us, right? On top of that, not only are you observing, but of course, through that, you're learning, and you're learning a lot about yourself, what you like, who you are, what works for you in your life, what you reject, like Bruce Lee, absorb what's useful, reject what's useless. And it's shaping you, and you're unique, and there's nobody quite like you, and you should be proud of that and go forward and try to be better all the time. You know, learn, absorb, and continue to evolve as a person in every area of your life. And you know, there are setbacks in life. There's things that are either our bad decisions or the bad decisions of others that do affect us. But you know, when times get really tough, I was just saying this the other day to my girlfriend, is I look at my life like a movie, and I'm like, okay, this is a really bad scene in the movie, but it has a good ending. And whether that's true or not, it becomes true in my head, and it helps me to do a couple things. One is to not take life so serious, because sometimes problems have a way of working themselves out. And the other thing is it gives me optimism and hope and motivation to do the things I can do to change a situation. You know, Joe Rogan said, be the hero of your own life. So you're the hero of your own movie. It's a little bit of a narcissistic view, but it's a way to have better self-talk and dialogue so that you can make the changes that you need to get out of a hole or to make your life better, because you got to own it. And it does not help to blame other people. It makes you bitter, dismissive. You know, you're waiting for somebody to make you happy, and really the truth is you're going to make yourself happy, okay? But on top of the observing and learning, like they, you know, they make fun of professional students, somebody who's always in school, but you know, maybe you've been in a position to hire a new employee, or maybe you've seen a new employee come aboard of, you know, your job, and, you know, you look at the resume, and I've seen this happen several times in my career, and they look like, this resume is unbelievable. It is so impressive, the level of education, the number of letters they have after their name. It's like, you know, their name and then the alphabet of all their certifications or degrees and whatnot. But then you talk to the person and you're like, who is this? Like, and what that shows me is that they're very, they're a good learner or test taker, and they absorb a lot of information, and then they lose where they fail, or if they're struggling, it's usually in the area of the application of that material, life experience. That's a biggie. You know, there's things that you can be prepared for many years in school and work hard and have a vast array of knowledge or very specific knowledge of a given area of your study. But unless you've lived through some things, it still is theory. And so there needs to be a balance there, depending on who you are, your strengths and weaknesses, the type of career choices you've made for yourself, the type of lifestyle you need to maintain or that you desire to maintain. And so living, there's nothing like experience, you know. You've got to live through it. You've heard that before, you know. If you are from a given generation and you're talking to younger people and they don't understand, or they're comparing it to the context of the way things are now, you know, like you might see a very old person in their 80s, 90s, or even hundreds, and they have very interesting, different worldviews, you know. Some things that were just considered verbiage or viewpoints when they were younger are now considered either sexist, racist, homophobic, whatnot. But the thing is, you've got to consider the context of their lives and, you know, whether it's views on anything besides even social issues. But it's always interesting, though. So you got to live and also respect those who have lived and have different viewpoints, because you can learn from that too, even if you completely disagree. A lot of people are surprised because I'm in the fitness industry. I don't have, I don't stay close to those ties, like as far as my personal friendships. I find it a little boring because we agree on everything. And I like people, and I like to grow from learning different viewpoints. I don't see it as a threat. Excuse me, guys. I don't see it as a threat to my ego, or that it's dismissive of my thoughts or beliefs on a topic. But I'm always seeking to learn and then also apply. And if I have a firm stance against something, then that's fine. I can still respect your right to have that opinion and that worldview, because, hey, you're your own man or woman, and it's all good. And I don't want someone to take away that right from me. So just some thoughts on that, you guys. Hope that helps. If you'd like to dive into that a little deeper, send me a question and we can focus on a specific area. And I'll talk to you again soon. Take care.